Hey Capricorn, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and please go check out the other videos that may pertain to you for your sun, moon, or rising signs. That will give you a much more dynamic picture of what's going on. Alright, we're going to jump right into it and see what it is that Capricorn needs to know for this coming week. We're going to do our usual 10-card Celtic cross spread. And we are also going to do a kind of bonus 11th card. 11 is the number of magic. 11 is the continuation of the spiral. And we're not going to look at this. This is going to be our confirmation card for later. We're going to check this out at the very end and see how it might tie this entire reading together today. Okay, so first off, I see a whole heck of a lot of air cards. Really have to get that overhead camera so you can see there. It looks like there's a lot of darkness kind of going on right here. So I'm wondering if this is kind of a serious situation that you find yourself in. We start out with the 8 of Swords here. With this card, I'm wondering if there isn't some way right now that you're sabotaging yourself. I wonder if you are just kind of not really expressing yourself in a very good way this week. Are you feeling like maybe, okay, in the immediate past we have that 8 of Cups. So I wonder if maybe you aren't just kind of like holding on to this very pessimistic attitude this week. With this 8 of Swords, it does feel to me like you are maybe not intentionally, but it does seem like there's a lot of this kind of sabotage going on. Like you're just getting in your own way. You're not able to really clarify your thoughts. Or maybe you're just in this period where there's a lot of negative energy going on, a lot of negative thinking, and it could be related to this 8 of Cups in the recent past, this loss of interest, this kind of whatever work you were doing or whatever you were involved in life has seemed to kind of, it seems like it's lost its luster a little bit. Let's look at that card and just see how it's not fun and exciting anymore. These cups are just broken and leaking, and the energy, the joy, the satisfaction and pleasure that you once had seems like it's just kind of draining out. And there's not a lot of satisfaction left in that situation. I think it's kind of, you've lost interest. You've lost any kind of joy that you had in this situation that's on your mind right now. And I'm really not sure what it is, but it is leading to some kind of chaotic thoughts with you. Maybe you're trying to decide what to do or how to move forward. And I think maybe you're just having a lot of conflicting thoughts or a lot of negative energy that's preventing you from really thinking clearly and really trying to, I guess, figure out how to move forward in this situation, right? It does seem like there's a lot of darkness this week, and I really don't like saying that. I don't like expressing that kind of energy in these readings, but I have to tell the truth as I see it, right? I have to read these cards as I'm kind of being shown what they are and what they might mean. So if this is the situation that you find yourself in this week, where you're having trouble pushing forward and getting out of this kind of funk that you're in, keep doing it and keep working at it and keep trying. Don't give up. I think crossing your path is this Princess of Swords, and I really think and feel that this card is representing you just really being strict with this negative thinking, just really trying to, when it does approach, just to say no, just to defend yourself kind of against yourself, right? And use this Princess of Swords energy to really be on the lookout and be on guard for that negative thinking. And when it starts to creep up, just stop it immediately, stop it in its tracks, and move to something that is different. Shift that energy intentionally, right? And obviously easier said than done, but that is what is required, is to put a stop to this kind of interfering with your own mind. You're just kind of, you're getting in your own way. Your mind is interfering with your own mind, right? You're getting in your own way with this. And I really think it stems from this past situation that has kind of lost its appeal. The interest is gone. The pleasure and joy and the good emotional energy is gone from that situation, or it's draining out, as you can see with those cups there. So I think whatever situation you find yourself in now that has those characteristics, it's really affecting you mentally, and you're having trouble figuring out how to move forward from this. But I really think that it's going to just take some real discipline on your part to stop the negative thinking and just shift focus, right? Just do something different when those kinds of negative energies start creeping up again, because it really is interfering with your ability to move on, to move forward, to get past whatever this is. I feel like it is perhaps related to the loss of a loved one, or the deterioration of a romantic relationship. Something like that is just kind of, your heart's breaking a little bit maybe right now, and I think that this is part of, this goes right with this card. These two are pretty much, together here. Whatever is happening is really causing this kind of grief and pain and sorrow with you, and it seems to me like it might be, you're starting to see your relationship decline or kind of disintegrate. It could be that you're already trying to prepare for the loss of, either it could be the loss of a loved one. I don't want to forecast that, but if that's the situation that you're going through, then this could resonate on that level with you. But I really hope that it's not. But I think that you are prepared for some kind of loss, and you are trying to sort it out mentally. You're trying to come to terms with it and figure it out and analyze it. And I really think the only way through it is to just push through it, and just stop those negative thoughts immediately that you see them arising. You need to cut them off and move to something else to get yourself out of that kind of energy in order to move forward and move past this, and get to what I think is your goal here, is to have this stability, this calm maturity, to get through this situation and to still feel safe and secure and stable and healthy, and all of those things that we get with this Queen of Discs. I think this is your hope, this is your aspiration here, is that you want to be this strong, calm, stable person that can handle this situation and still maintain and still be in control and still be, healthy and strong and mature and powerful, and those things that we get with that Queen of Discs, okay? In the immediate future, I think what it's really going to call for is some fiery energy, because we had a lot of earth, we had some water, we had a lot of air, right? But the only thing that's really missing, at least in this first part of the reading here, is that fire energy. So I think it's really just going to take you making the decision to move on, to move forward, and to be this strong Queen of Discs, and use your spiritual fire, use that inner energy, and just do it. You have to have the discipline and the just pick yourself up and go. You know what I mean? And again, it's easier said than done. I hope this isn't as serious of a situation as it kind of is appearing at first glance. Maybe as we go on, we'll get some other energies working in here. I see some other signs that, while it may be not so good right now, and you may be kind of preparing for the worst, I think it's actually going to be a lot better than you think, and it's going to end well. And that, I think, whatever we're going through is tough, it's difficult, we don't like it, but at least we know that there's sunshine on the other side of it, okay? So let's move on to that and see. I think that you see yourself as someone who is really going through this painful period right now, where it just kind of maybe feels like you're kind of dying inside, right? It just seems like the world is ending. It seems like things are just as bad as they could get. But the great thing about the Death card is that while you may have those feelings, those feelings are part of the indication that you're growing into something else, that you're going to come through this on the other side, and you're going to be just a bigger, stronger, more self-possessed, more evolved person. And I know that sounds like a cliche that, we grow from our pain, or, no pain, no gain, that kind of BS. I'm not into any of that, but I really do think that the hardships that we go through in life are there to strengthen you. And so I think through this situation, whatever it may be, and I really sincerely hope that it is not as serious as it could be. I hope it's a lot better than kind of what I'm expressing. I hope it's not this heavy in reality. But whatever it may be, I think you're going to get through it and be a stronger person for it. You're going to be more in control, more matured. You're going to be more like this Queen of Discs that is just can endure, right? This person has gone through the hardships and they've just grown from it. They've used it to build themselves up and to get stronger, right? And I think that's what you're going through right now with this situation. I see some more fire around you. I think there is probably someone in your life, maybe an older male energy that could be a fire sign that you can turn to for some support in this situation. I think that this person can be a bit of a confidant with you, or just offer you support if this is some support if this is a family member or a close friend or a loved one. I think that I'm feeling it's an older male energy, and I do think that they're a fire sign. This is the Knight of Wands here, and I think this is someone else in your life that you can rely on, that you can go to for help and support. Okay, so look for that person, and that may be part of this fire here that we saw in the immediate future, which is this, you have to make the decision to get through this on your own. No one can really do it for you, but you can have help. And I think that fire comes in the form of that older male energy who may be an Aries or a Leo, Sagittarius, and they are there to be there for you. They're part of your support system, so you can rely on that person. Now, in the in terms of what's coming next for you, I really think that your mind is going to settle. You're going to have clarity of thought. You're going to get back to a very peaceful place in your mind, because again, we had a lot of this air, a lot of this kind of dark mental energy, a lot of these air cards showing just kind of chaos, hectic thinking, anxiety, stress. I think that's all going to clear, and you're going to get back to a very calm place and a very a very organized and relaxed and coherent and, a very harmonious place in your mind. I think that's what's coming in the future. And as a more long-term outcome card, wonderful, we have the Ace of Cups. And this is just showing that despite the heartbreak or sorrow that you're experiencing here right now, you're going to get through all of this, as we've been talking about with this fire energy, and new love, new joy, new satisfaction, a renewal of that pleasure and that wonderful joy is coming for you in the future. Once you get through this situation, once all of this settles, this is what you have to look forward to. And that's wonderful. This, like I said, is kind of that, knowing that there's the sun on the other side of the night kind of gives you the courage to go through that dark night, okay? And I think that's what's happening with you, and I think that this Ace of Cups is waiting for you on the other side, and I think it's going to be a great joy and satisfaction once you get through all of this and you start to experience that kind of pleasure again, okay? Capricorn, let's take a look at this confirmation card and see what else it might say. Again, I apologize for this being kind of a serious or heavy reading, but sometimes that's just the way life is. It's not always so cheerful, but hopefully we've given you some encouragement about the future. Now let's check out this confirmation card, which I don't know what this card is going to be. All right, well, this card is the Hanged Man. So again, I think this could be saying you need to change your perspective on whatever loss, whatever this suffering, whatever this kind of this heart-wrenching situation is that you're going through. You need to change the way you view that, okay? Because the Hanged Man is seeing things from a different perspective. They're looking at the world from a different angle than most of us usually do. So if you're thinking of this loss and this heartbreak as just something devastating and something that is unwanted and just terrible, you're right, it is. But keep in mind that this sort of sorrow and heartbreak and loss, whatever this situation is a natural part of life. And it's just something that we all have to go through at some point. Every living being will go through this at some point. But there is a continuation. Things do go on. There is joy and happiness and pleasure and wonder and beauty coming as well. So changing your perspective, I think, is really going to help you get through this situation. And I think that's what the Hanged Man here is trying to say and trying to confirm with you today, is that you could look at this as just being a terrible sadness and loss and suffering and just misery, which it is, but look at it from the other point of view as well, and it can be a celebration of what's to come. It can be a joy for the future. It could be a joy of just being part of this crazy cycle of life that we're all a part of. And if you change your perspective, then I think you'll get through this swords energy, this air energy. You'll get to this fire, and the fire will pull you through to that kind of everlasting joy and this wonder and beauty that's in your future. So take the lesson of the Hanged Man, I think, and put all of this kind of into practice in your life. And leave me some comments. Let me know that you're okay. Reach out to your support system if things do get bad and you need some help and support. Reach out to whoever is around you that is there for you, okay? Capricorn, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. This was your extended, no, sorry, this wasn't your extended. This was your weekly tarot forecast. If you want to see the extended, just become a member of this channel, and I'll put those videos there for you to see. And thank you again. I'm sorry that this was kind of a negative reading. I don't like doing negative readings, but I think it had a positive outcome. I think there is some hope. There is some light at the end. That sun is shining on the other side of this dark night. Thank you so much for watching.